Hello everybody, how are you? We are meeting once again. I hope that all of you are in your good health and best of the moods. Today I am going to start that is topic on radiation. Actually, I have to cover here two topics, radiation and environmental factors. What we are going to study is that starting from the basics and the effect of radiation and environmental factors, and in short, so this is our learning objective, that what we are going to study in the first part, starting from structure of atom, isotopes, isobars, and then say types of radioactivity, then units, then that is the effects of radiation hazard and radiation protection. In environmental factors, we are going to study here say noise, then noise hazards, vibration effects, the electromagnetic field properties and its effect, its hazards, and the protection measures. Now let us start first with the first topic in the radiation biophysics. Let us start here from some of the basic things. What is it? An atom is the smallest constituent unit of ordinary matter that has properties of chemical element. That was a concept which was put forth by Dalton in 1805. Atoms consist of electrons surrounding a nucleus that contains protons and neutrons. The number of protons in an atom is called as atomic number. In the periodic table, atoms are arranged in atomic number order. The number of protons in an atom is called as the atomic number. The number of protons and the number of neutrons determine an element's mass number. The mass number is equal to nothing but that is the say summation of that is the number of protons and that of neutrons. Atomic mass is also expressed as atomic weight and is a dimensionless quantity. Atomic weight, the sum of mass number of proton and mass number of neutron is called as atomic weight, that we know, or atomic mass number, that is the capital A. And hence here say A is equal to Z plus N0. Z indicates the number of protons, N indicates the number of neutrons. Now there are some of the other say that is the elements, what we call it as the isotopes and the isobars. We know that. What is it? Isotopes are nothing but these are the atoms which possess the same atomic number with the atoms of same element but different mass number are called as isotopes. Now you can see here say hydrogen, as we know that it is having the say atomic number and say atomic weight also. Now it shows here say that is the say this is the normal say that is the atomic number hydrogen showing atomic number, and that is what we call it as a number of say that is the protons. This is the basic element of the hydrogen. Now it is also present in the other form say H2, H3, which indicates here that is the say the different mass numbers. Means here what you will find that the same atomic number and that is the different say that is the mass numbers are called as isotope. These are the isotopes of hydrogen. The difference in mass number is due to different number of neutrons present in the nucleus. Now what we call it is a deuterium and that is the tritium. Isobars, the atoms which possess different atomic number with same mass numbers are called as isobars. Now you can see here say that is the say isobar of that is arginine and that of calcium. They are having say that is the say different atomic numbers 18 and 20. However, they have the same atomic mass number, that is the 40. What are the properties of the isotopes? Radioactive isotopes emit typical radiation or short decay, that is of neutrino, neutron, etc. There occurs interaction of radiation with matter. Now there are some of the physical properties of, say, that is this radioactive isotopes or radionuclides. Half-life, that is the first basic property, that we call it as T is equal to 0.693 divided by lambda. Lambda is nothing but decay constant. Now there are, say, the two types of the, say, that is the half-life that we will see. One is physical half-life and second is the biological half-life. Then every radionuclide has the property of decay, or what we call as a disintegration. Now this we have learned that the mode of decay is all the time in the form of, that is the particles or rays, what we call as alpha, beta and gamma. And also they have, that is the certain decay energy. For example, cosmic rays, alpha, beta, gamma and X-rays, protons and neutrons are ionizing radiations. UV rays, visible spectrum, microwaves, ultrasound waves are non-ionic, that is ionizing radiation. Just once again, just we'll go here. Cosmic rays, alpha, beta, gamma and X-rays, protons and neutrons are ionizing radiations. Ultraviolet rays, visible spectrum, microwaves, ultrasound waves are non-ionizing type of, that is the radiations. Now coming to the, say, half-life times or half-life of any, say, that is radioactive material, as I have told you, there are two categories of this half-life which we express: physical half-life and biological half-life, since they indicate that the disintegration of the radionuclide in the specific time duration, and hence that is what we call the physical half-life time. I mean half of the, say, that the radionuclide is, say, disintegrated in a specific time duration. The physical half-life time is, say, denoted by capital T and subscript P, I mean TP. I mean, what is it? The time interval required for an amount of certain radioactive nuclei to decay to its half of original value. Then comes here biological half-life, which is indicated as capital T and subscript B, that is TB. The time interval required for the body to eliminate 50% of any substance by normal routes of elimination, metabolic, say, that is normal routes of elimination, what? Metabolic turnover, and that is the excretion. Now there is a third term we come across, effective half-life time, that is denoted by capital T and subscripts E. The time interval required for radioactivity of a certain amount of radioactive substance distributed in tissues and organs to decrease half its original value due to radioactive decay and biological elimination. The physical half-life time is, say, more than biological half-life time and is more than effective, say, that is half-life time. Now effective half-life time is equal to, say, that 1 by T is equal to 1 by TP and 1 by, that is the, say, TB. Ionizing radiations cause radiation hazard that we are going to study. What are the units of radioactivity? Generally we have studied it. The radioactivity is expressed in the units of Curie and units of Becquerel. 1 Curie, say, which is, say, denoted by Ci, is equal to 3.7 into 10 raised to 10 disintegration per second. They are also expressed in Curie as millicurie, microcurie, nanocurie and picocurie. Becquerel, which is denoted by Bq, is nothing but 1 disintegration per second. 1 Curie is equal to 3.7 into 10 raised to 10 Becquerel. Now, what is the use of, say, isotopes? They are of immense use. Say, as we know, what the use have been so far, that is it can be used for, that is, destructive purpose that all of us know. Then secondly, clinically speaking, or for, say, that is the humankind, it is used in the biochemical and, that is, the diagnostic procedures. Now radioisotopes are used to study TCA cycle in the biochemical use, amino acid metabolism, protein biosynthesis, RNA synthesis, biosynthesis of heme and cholesterol, etc. by using variety of, say, that is a radioisotope of carbon, say 14, nitrogen 15, H2, that is the H2, H3, then say phosphor 32, sulfur 32, etc. Mineral metabolism is also studied by using, say, variety of radioisotopes, calcium 45, then Fe59 and so on. Now there is immense use of radioisotopes in medical sciences. Now they are used for clinical purposes. There is a separate branch of, say, use of radionuclides in, say, clinical practice that we call it as a nuclear medicine. That is a very wonderful, say, that is a career you can pursue in your future if you are interested. Now under this, the radioisotopes are used for experimental purpose. They are needed to study absorption, mobilization, storage and distribution of various substances in the body. Absorption, mobilization and transport of iron have been studied by using Fe59. Iodine clearance of the blood is calculated by using I-131. P32 has been used for studying the formation of antibody in the reticuloendothelial system. Substances under investigation is tagged with a radioactive, say, that is isotope, which acts as a tracer substance. The tracer substance is detected in the body by radiation it emits. The best method used to detection of the radioactive isotope, say disintegration, is GM counter or Geiger-Müller counter and is less sensitive to autoradiograph methods. Second important part of use of radioisotopes in medical science is that it is used for therapeutic purposes. Number one, isotopes which are selectively taken by certain tissues and emit beta rays without causing any damage to the surrounding healthy tissues are used. Most important radioisotopes are iodine 131, Au, gold 198 and that phosphor, that is 32. Radioactive I-131 in the form of sodium iodide solution is administered in the body after light breakfast. The effect of dose is observed within 3 to 4 minutes. Similarly, if second dose is required, is given after interval of 2 to 3 minutes. It is very time specific event to administer the dose of radionuclide which we have selected for clinical purpose. It acts by emitting beta and gamma rays. I-131 is used in the treatment of hyperthyroidism and thyroid cancer. Usefulness of I-131 depends on the capacity of thyroid gland to capture, that is I-31 isotope and concentrate iodine from the blood stream. Sodium I-131 in a very high doses is used in the treatment of congested heart failure and angina pectoris. There is other, say, isotope iodine, that what we call as the I-125 is more convenient for use since its half-life is 57.4 days as compared to the iodine, say 131, which has half-life is approximately 8.02 days. But why it is used? I-125 can be stored for more period with minimum activity and cause lesser damage to the gland because it does not emit beta radiation. Radioactivity P32 is administered in the form of sodium phosphate either orally or intravenously. It emits beta rays. Its half-life is 14.3 days. Its end product is S32. P32 is administered to all body tissues. Since it has high metabolic role, after administration It is taken up by multiplying cells, bone marrow, spleen, lymph nodes. It is used in various types of cancer, for example, polycythemia vera, lymphatic leukemia. Radioactive, say gold, Au-198 emits beta and gamma rays and its half-life is 2.69 days and its end product is mercury-198. It is chemically and biologically inert substance, or after injection it is deposited in the tissue areas. It produces local irradiation since very little of it enters the blood. The beta rays emitted by it are completely trapped by the tissues. Au-198 is also used in the treatment of malignant pleural and peritoneal effusions. Radioactive, say cobalt-60, is most widely used isotope in clinical medicine. It emits both beta and gamma rays and its say half-life is 5.3 years. Hence it is say very commonly used in say that is the our radiation say that is the unit. It can be used as substitute for sodium in the interstitial surface. It is cheaper and easy to handle. Cobalt-60 is used for radiation therapy, that is in the radiation oncology department. How much is the human exposure to the continuous natural background from that is ionizing radiations? For example, cosmic say rays, that is including neurons. Now this exposure dose is say the determined in the units of that is a millirem per year. That is rem means Roentgen equivalent. Means the cosmic rays including neutron say they emit say 50 rem, that is the say radiation per year, or that is the exposure caused to the human beings. Terrestrial radiation including air, that also say causes exposure of that is 50 millirem per year. Radium and other radioactive elements in the earth crust say they cause say that is the exposure of radiation about 5 millirem per year, it is more. K40, that is they emit here say exposure, radiation exposure of 20 millirem per year. That of carbon 14 and other radionuclide normally present in the say human tissues. Inhaled radon and its daughter elements, X-rays and man-made sources also cause say human exposure to the radiation emitted by these substances or these elements. Smaller amounts of radiation received from the minerals in the building materials, phosphate fertilizers, crushed rock, radiation emitting say component of TV sets, smoke detectors and other consumer products. Nowadays say mobile is also considered as a say that is the radiation emitting say element. Then the radioactive fallout from atomic weapons or that is nuclear plants. High intensity ultrasound and electromagnetic fields also are responsible for human exposure to continuous natural background say that is ionizing radiations. This is our say the visible say spectrum of light starting from 40 nanometer to 700 nanometer. The wavelength above is 700 nanometer, we call it as a say that is the infrared, and below say that is 400 nanometer, we call it as a that is ultraviolet rays. Now this ultraviolet rays contains what that all of you know, gamma rays, X-rays and so on. Okay, and above say infrared there are say radio waves, radio, TV and FM and AM waves are present. This is the electromagnetic spectrum. You can see here starting from radio to the gamma rays. Okay, now you can see this figure in say that is in the most of the say that is the say presentations. Finally, these are the common isotopes used in nuclear medicine. What it shows here say that is isotope which are used for say imaging. This is the symbol. Then it shows here say that is Z, Z means what? That is the atomic number, that is the indicating number of, that is the protons, and that is the say half-life, and that is the decay. What type of the decay? This say isotope say that is emit. For example, fluorine 18. Okay, it is the having denoted the 1867, and it's the atomic number in 9. Half-life is say that is 110. Say that is the minutes, and they decay here, that is the say what we call it, that is the beta rays. And further you will find that is similarly here say how much is the decay, that is it indicates about 97%. Similarly you will find other substances which are used, for example gallium, krypton, rubidium, and that is the iodine, which is the commonest type that just we have seen. Then similarly, that is there are some of the specific units which are used to say determine the radioactivity. These are SI and non-SI units and their relationship that we have to understand. Now you can see these are the some of the units used in measuring ionizing radiation and radiation dose. Unit, its description and equivalent. For example, REM, that I told you. REM means what? Roentgen equivalent man. It is the unit of equivalent say absorbed dose of radiation, which takes into account the relative biological effectiveness of different forms of ionizing radiation or the varying ways in which they transfer their energy to human tissue. The dose in REM equals the dose in rad multiplied by the quality factor Q. For beta and the gamma radiation, the quality factor is taken as 1, that is REM equals to rad. For alpha radiation, the quality factor is taken as 20, that is REM equals to 20 times the rads. REM is essentially a measure of biological damage. For in neutrons, Q is typically taken as 10. Means REM is equal to say rad, and that is multiplied by Q. Q is what? That is the quality factor. There are also other units, what we call it as a sievert, which is expressed as SV. The unit of equivalent absorbed dose equal to 100 rem. 1 sievert is equal to 100 rem. SV is equal to say that is what we call it as, that is the equal to Gray multiplied by quality factor Q, that we are going to see. Rad. What is rad? I have used this terminology. That is a radiation absorbed dose. A unit of absorbed dose of radiation. Rad is a measure of the amount of energy deposited in the tissue. Mean 1 rad is equal to amount of energy deposited in the tissue is equal to 100 say earths per say gram. There is the other unit Gray. This is the unit of absorbed radiation dose equal to 100 rad. Gray is a measure of deposition of energy in tissue. 1 Gray is equal to 100 rad. And the very commonest say unit that we are well versed, that is a Curie. It is a traditional unit of radioactivity equal to radioactivity of 1 gram of pure radium, that is 2 to 6, and say 1 Curie is equal to say 37 billions. DPS means what? Disintegration per second is equal to 37 billion becquerel. The becquerels, that is this unit also we have seen. It is the standard international unit of radioactivity equal to 1 disintegration per second. 1 becquerel is equal to 27 say picocurie. The disintegration per second, what do you mean by this, or DPS? The number of subatomic particles, for example alpha particles or photons, that is the gamma rays released from the nucleus of a given atom over 1 second. 1 DPS is equal to 60 dpm mean disintegration per minute. 1 DPS is equal to approximately, that is the 1 becquerel. Now this is a physical activity. For that we use SI unit as well as say non-SI unit. Activity of nuclide in radioactivity source exposure. Say these are the various units which are used. Say becquerel, 1 kilobecquerel, say that is the megabecquerel, and that is say gigabecquerel, and so on. Then you can see non-SI unit Curie and so on. Then exposure, that is expressed as coulomb per kilogram, that also we know. Then absorbed dose, just we have seen gray and red. Equivalent dose and say effective dose, that is Sievert SV, and that is the REM. These are the units which are used to understand the various factor of that is the radioactivity. Similarly, there is other unit you may come across, say this radioactivity, air KERMA. KERMA is an acronym for kinetic energy release per unit mass. It is, say SI unit is gray, then non-SI unit is Röntgen. Now, just for your information, examples of common isotopes application according to the International Atomic Energy Agency, which is issued in the year 1990. There may be say new guidelines which are at present not available with me. Where they are used? They are used in the food and agriculture. There are also selected applications. Say in the food and agriculture, they are used to improve nutritional status and health of plants and animals, just to maximize optimal crop production, reduce foodborne diseases, and increase food preservation. The second use is in the biochemistry, biology, biotechnology, chemistry, physics, and physiology. They are used for molecular studies, metabolic and biological traces. Then cosmology, the other subject where it is used for exploration and understanding of the universe. They are also used in other fields, that is just like say earth sciences, geochemistry, geology, geophysics, hydrology, and marine sciences. The selected say application in this field are exploration and preservation of natural resources, study of water resources, and maintaining a safe and abundant water supply. They are also used in the ecology and environmental research. The selected applications are environmental chemistry and its measurement. Environmental pollution studies, for example, occurrence and cause and the remedy of say that is the environmental pollution. As just we have seen, it is having tremendous use in the healthcare. The applications are diagnostic nuclear medicine, such as cardiological diagnosis, that is the positron emission tomography PET research and applications, radionuclide treatment of diseases such as cancer, radiopharmaceuticals, drug research related with drug uptake, binding, metabolism, and its clearance. They are very commonly used in the industrial manufacturing and research. For example, material sciences, radioisotopes, thickness, gauges for steel plate or paper production, computer chip production. They are also used in the field of nutrition. Its application is disease prevention and health promotion research, that is related with cancer, heart disease, and obesity and osteoporosis, etc. Energy metabolism in humans and animals, tracer techniques to determine nutrition requirements. In the field of toxicology, it is having a application for risk assessment of toxic substances and distribution of toxic substances in the soil and water exposure studies. Further, you will find that UV radiation, they are divided into say three categories. UVA, or what we call is the black light, in the range of 315 to 400 nanometer. UVB, second category, in the range of 280 to 350 nanometer. UVC, that is in the range of 200 to 280 nanometer. Then visible light, we know its range 300 to 760 nanometer. Infrared radiation, that is the electromagnetic waves starting from 7 into 10 raised to 5 minus 5 meters to 3 into 10 minus 2 meters. Microwave radiation. Now we know what is the use of microwaves in our daily life. We use it in the form of, say, microwave oven. For cooking purpose, radio frequency consists of electromagnetic wave from 3 kilohertz to 300 gigahertz. There are also, say, electromagnetic fields. These are, say, extremely low frequency electromagnetic field in the range of 1 to 3000 hertz. That is the 50 to 60 hertz with the alternating current. Ultrasound, it is very important clinically, that we will see its use further, which is having the frequency that is more than 20 kilohertz. This is the inaudible high frequency range. Audible range, we know that is in the 20 kilohertz to 20 kilohertz. The disintegration or decay of unstable atoms accompanied by emission of radioactivity is called radioactive, that we know. Radioactive decay, also known as nuclear decay or radioactivity, just for your information, is the process by which an unstable atomic nucleus loses energy in terms of mass in its rest frame by emitting radiation such as an alpha particle, beta particle. We were just discussing here about the decay from the radioactive material. There is a decay of, say, alpha particles, alpha rays, beta rays, gamma rays. Then there is a positron emission and the electron, say, capture. And as we have learned that, say, and we know that they cause change in the, say, that is atomic mass and that is the atomic number. And this table shows here that is the, say, that is the change in the mass and that is the atomic number. Then similarly, the types of radiations have different penetrability. Now you can see as compared to the alpha, beta, X-ray and the gamma and the neutron rays. Now remember here, the neutrons have the most of the penetrability and it's a crosses across, that is the thin paper, then thin plates made up of wood, aluminum, etc., lead, iron and other thick metal plates, and that is and reaches to the water, concrete, etc. But remember here that others, say, that is the decay, alpha, beta, X-ray, they have, and the gamma, they have different, say, that is the penetrability across this material as shown in this figure. Similarly, there are certain LD values for some of the species. We have seen that is the LD values mean LD50. It is the, say, it is the mean lethal dose, or LD50 is defined as the dose of a test substance which is lethal for 50% of animal in, that is the dose group. 50% of this, say, the animals or the species, say, diminishes. For example, just say biological species, say, take a donkey. Here you will find that the dose required for LD50 is 2 to 3. Similarly for sheep it is 1.5 to 2.5 gray and so on. And what you will find that here, just give a look to, say, that is the ladder across the different types of the species. For example, say that is a paramecium, amoeba, that is fruit fly, then snail, they have higher, say, LD50, say, doses. Now remember that 1 gray is equal to, that is the 100 rats. Now there are various sources of radiations which are present in the environment. That is 14% that we receive from the medicine, 1% from nuclear industry, 42% the natural radon, 18% from building material or soil, then 14% that is cosmic rays, 11% from food and drinking water, 85% that is, say, in the form of, that is the natural radiation. Then, say, these are the largest source of man-made radiations are medical and that is the dental X-ray. Now I will not go in this figure, but it shows here natural sources of radiation. Then here, say, average amount of ionizing radiation received annually from different sources. Of course, that is in the USA, the data which is available presently with me. Say natural source, radon, cosmic, terrestrial, internal. Now those, say, ionizing radiation which is received, which is expressed in the units of millisieverts, and here, say, radon and cosmic and so on, you will find that that is the maximum dose this is received from, that is the radon, that is about 55 say percent. Now there are artificial sources of, that is the radiation exposure. Say for example, X-ray diagnosis, say it is 0.39, it is approximately 0.39 say millisievert. There are artificial sources of radiation are also available. These are of course man-made. X-ray diagnosis, say the exposure is, that is about say of millisievert is about 0.39 and the dose is approximately 11%. Similarly, you can see here for nuclear medicine how much it is, for consumer products, occupational, say that is the say in the occupational say sources, nuclear fuel cycle, nuclear fallout and miscellaneous. Total artificial plus natural say that is sources gives us, that is the dose as 3.6 millisievert and total percentages makes it to 100%. Now these are, say in short summary of biological effects of ionizing radiations. That is what are the effects which are caused by the radiation on the biological say the element. For example, somatic effects, genetic effects. Then in the somatic effect, when the one individual is exposed to the radiation, there are two effects occur. That what we call is early or the immediate effect, and that is the delayed effect. Under the immediate effect, you will find that the individual suffers from radiation sickness and acute radiation syndrome. Under delayed, you will find the effect which occur after some time or after some delay. They are leukemia, carcinogenesis, fetal development abnormalities, shortening of life. This is a very say detailed observation, say observed after the first atomic say that is the bomb dropped on Japan, and these are all changes were observed. Then under genetic effect, say these are they affect the next generation. I mean there occurs the chromosome aberrations or the mutation. The effect of ionizing radiation on the human body or any other biological effects of radiation. What are they? The effect of ionizing radiation on human body or any other living organism depends on three major things: the amount and the rate of ionizing radiation which was observed. Secondly, the type of ionizing radiation which was observed, and the type and the number of cells affected. In short, say once again I repeat, say biological effect of radiation depends on, number one, the amount and the rate of ionizing radiation which was absorbed, the type of ionizing radiation which was absorbed, and the type and the number of. Okay, now we are talking here about cell sensitivity towards say radiation. The two major effects are observed: early effect and the late effect. The early effects are also called as the acute effect. The radiation response occurs within minutes or days after exposure. Acute radiation syndrome, three types depending on exposure, say of local tissue damage. Under late effect is also called the chronic effect. Radiation response not observable for months or years. Now finally it leads to the leukemia, cataracts, other types of cancers, local tissue damage, activity of lifespan shortening, and genetic damage. So there are some of the important say radiation effects. Just to summarize, say molecular, subcellular, cellular, that is tissue organ, whole animal, and the populations. In the molecular effect, damage to enzymes, DNA, etc., and interference to biological pathways is observed. In the subcellular damage, it is observed that it is damage to the cell membranes, nucleus, and chromosomes, etc. In the cellular say damage, what we observe is that it inhibits the cell division, causes cell death, transformation to a malignant state. In the tissue organ, there occurs disruption to central nervous system, bone marrow, intestinal tract, and induction of cancer. What is the effect on whole animal? Say death, or that is the major effect is observed is say radiation life shortening activity. If whole population is affected, in the population changes in the genetic characteristic of the individual member is observed. You may come across this sign which indicates that the radioactivity zone or say radiation hazards. This is the commonest sign which where we observe. If you observe, be aware of this activity indicating say radiation zone and indicating that is the radiation hazards have been observed. Similarly, the say under the biological effects of radiation, the biological effects of radiation are due to ionization of molecular constituents of the cells and the tissues. Factors modifying biological effects are say that is the penetrability. Second factor is the intensity and the rate of radiation and amount of absorption. Say chemical factors which are responsible to cause modifying effect are oxygen potentiates effects of say that is the ionizing radiation, halogenated pyrimidines, analogues of DNA bases increase radio sensitivity, sulfhydryl amines and cysteine and cysteamine afford some protection against say that is the radiation injury. There are some of the factors related to tissue and the body. A, that is the say individual susceptibility and radio sensitivity. Mechanism of say damage in the radiation injuries is say according to we observe say direct or target theory or indirect or poison theory. Just for your information, it causes effects on genes and chromosome and produce morphological changes in cell. Now we come across the very important aspect of the radiation effect or radiation hazard is that is the radiation injury. Immediate or early effects of acute radiation cause syndrome which has three phases. Just for your information, first phase called as a transient prodroma phase or radiation sickness occurs within 24 hours at say the dose of 0.75 to 1 gray. The symptoms are say nausea, vomiting, depression. The second phase occurs only after exposure to heavy dose of 1 gray to 20 gray. It is a symptom-free interlude or pauses varying from a few hours to 3 weeks. The duration is say totally dose dependent. The third phase is the core of acute radiation syndrome is due to brief intense exposure of the whole body to deeply penetrating massive radiation. For example, in atomic warfare, nuclear reactor disaster, whole body irradiation to suppress an immune response for ensuring the success of homograft or say as a therapy for lymphoid tissue. Similarly, say exposure to very high dose more than 20 gray causes a CNS or cerebral syndrome. The death occurs within 24 to 48 hours. Gastrointestinal syndrome is also observed when individual say that is the exposed to the high doses of that is 5 rads or 5 gray occurs within 3 to 7 days. Then symptoms like severe diarrhea, dehydration, disturbance in fluid electrolyte balance, shock and infections are observed. Poetic syndrome occurs at that is the 1 gray or dose more than 1 gray within latent period of 2 to 3 weeks, which cause damage to stem cells in the marrow, bone marrow, results in anemia, leukopenia and thrombocytopenia. Death occurs within 3 weeks due to infection. Let us talk here about say late effects. These effects occur after years or months after exposure. Fast neutrons which are radiated are more potent than gamma rays. The genetic changes which are produced, say abortions and congenital malformations, sterility both in the ovary and testes which are radiosensitivity, carcinogenesis, multiple doses cause cancer of skin, bone and lungs in occupational hazard. Cancer of thyroid, uterus following therapeutic irradiation. incidence of cancer and leukemia in bomb survivor is say very commonly observed. Tissue damage say is caused, may be caused due to non-penetrating radiation cause effects on skin and say bone, say marrow. What does it say? The tissue damage also is the one of the factor which is observed under late effects, means here non-penetrating radiation cause effect on skin and that is the bone marrow. Now it also affects the other tissues, cartilage and the bones, lungs, CVS, GIT, liver. Radiation hazards in the atmosphere and that is the space, they are also say that is the observed. Say point not say that is a 5 CO2 estimated yearly to all individuals from natural sources such as say radon, cosmic rays, commonly referred as background radiation. There are no likely effects at this say the low level of exposure. Then very important aspect about the radiation is that radiation protection. Mean it is the protection of the individual, say due to the occupational, say that is the exposure, or say that is in the periphery of the say radiation zone. And this is sometimes known as radiological protection, is defined by the International Atomic Energy Agency as the protection of the people from harmful effects of exposure to ionizing radiation and the means for achieving this. Even at low exposures, unsafe amounts or forms of ionizing radiation can lead to increased risk of cancer, tumors or genetic damage. At higher exposures, ionizing radiation can cause microscopic damage to living tissue and lead to burning of the skin or to radiation sickness. What is important in the radio protection is that the safe management of radiation can be achieved through a variety of methods including such as shielding. Then what is the shielding? Shielding is the shielding by radioactive materials to prevent radiation traveling away from its source. If you have gone to any say X-ray clinic where you will observe that say how this, that is the X-ray is say taken, how you have been protected and so on. Now shielding includes packaging radioactivity materials in appropriate material to make it safe for workers and public during storage and the transport. Radioactive materials must also be stored in specifically designed facilities with effective shielding. The nature of shielding required, including packaging, then depends on type of material or waste and that is the radiation it emits. The limiting the exposure to radioactive materials or isolating materials to eliminate the chance of exposure altogether. Limitation of your say time to the exposure of radioactive substance. Disposing is a very important part of the radio protection. Disposing of radioactive waste in a responsible way so that it is contained throughout the period that the material has the potential to be harmful. Responsible say disposal includes the construction of specifically designed facilities and appropriate contaminant say that is the barriers. And finishes our this topic on radiation. Thanks for watching and thank you very much.